Hey man, hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for joining me tonight. We got a lot to go through and discuss. I'm joined tonight by the captain. Hello, buddy. How's it going, man?
Hey, man.
You
How you
doing
doing,
good?
man?
Doing good, man. What's on the
Hanging
wrist
in
tonight?
there. Hanging in there.
I got the staple. I gotta have the staple piece, the Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne on the wrist.
I got the Bumble, man. It's hanging in there.
Ooh, what are you waiting for with that one? What are you
I
waiting
don't know. I don't know, man. I can't get rid of it.
It just you just can't bring yourself to sell it, huh?
I can't. No, it's the bling. It's the bling bling with the gold. I don't know. It flashes.
Alrighty, so let's go through a little bit of the fellows in the
Flashes.
chat. We got a shot in the dark joining us. Hello, hello. We got Big George. We got so shot. We will be discussing the name. He said, "I like the Green Hornet watch." I don't know if I like the name Green Hornet. I've seen like a couple different names, like Riddler, Green Arrow. Sprite is the one that I see most commonly used. Although I think Robin, because there's a Batman GMT. I think Robin GMT actually might be the best one. In all honesty, we got the Watch Lounge. Hello, the Watch Lounge. That's gonna be my future roommate. That's Machine Gun Chris saying, "What's up, man? Getting the keys tomorrow to the place." That's awesome, man. Great to hear. Great to hear. Hopefully, I'll be able to go down ASAP.
The guy with the great name, man. He's setting the standard, setting a high mark.
Hopefully, we get that good
high standard.
Just want to say hello. We got KR Joy saying, "Hey, watch Savan." I think that's too high a praise. I thought Green Hornet works too. I know a little before your time. No, I watched the original. I'm a big Bruce Lee fan, so Bruce Lee was actually in the original Green Hornet, right?
There's a fun fact.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in the original Green Hornet, if I'm not mistaken.
That's pretty amazing.
I definitely watched that. I watched basically every Bruce Lee movie growing up, so I definitely watched that one. We got Quicker Than Drawing saying, "All right, y'all have a good show. Thank you very much." We got AMG. Good day, boys. Come and get it. Yes, that's right, actually. Mr. GMT with the GMT show coming to us very shortly, right? Very shortly, actually tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he's launching a show, huh? Launching his first show.
Goblin, the Green Goblin.
Ooh, Green Goblin. That's a nice one.
Green Lantern is another one. That was Adrian, right? Bark and Jack actually said that. That's another good one.
I like the Goblin, man, better. And Riddler is good too, because it's a riddle wrapped up in a mystery.
We'll go over it. We got Mike Davis here. Today's prices are yesterday's prices. That's correct. Hello from the future. We got Mossy joining us saying good evening. It's the Riddler. It's opposite to the Batman and a questionable release. Fair enough.
Raises questions.
I do not disagree. Do
we have the answers? Do we have the answers?
That's a good question. Your friend Mike with a $5 super chat starting us out with the night saying, "What's up, Marco and Cap? Hello. Thanks for joining us." We got, yes, Bruce Lee was Kato. Very true. Riddler makes sense.
Bruce Lee fans in the house.
We got Wings and Watches. OP Tiffany, right? Because they just discontinued. That's going crazy.
Yeah, missed that one.
Got Uncle Stefano in the chat. Let me post a link for Uncle Stefano. We got Phil Marceau, fellow Montrealer. Hello. Thank you for joining. And here we go. Let's get started. Let us get started. The first one I'm going to start with is, let's do this one right here. Ooh, starting it off with a bang. What do you think? Let's start it off with a bang. We got the re-release, or I guess the re-release. And here he is. Hello, Uncle Stefano. How's it going, man?
What's going on, boys?
How's it going?
The Wizard.
So Watchland says, "I'm a little underwhelmed by the Rolex lineup, but we'll wait to pass judgment until I see them in person." Likewise, and at the same time, also, I think in like 10 days from now or 2 weeks, what's it called? I think a bunch of new releases are coming from a bunch of brands. There's another event coming in the very near future. Hello, Toyota Mo. Oh, by the way, I just want to take a moment also.
Mr. Rolex.
This is my first stream since it was my birthday. You guys went absolutely nuts again this year. I just want to take a moment and say thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that you guys have always supported me, and I'm extremely appreciative of that. And so I just want to say thank you again, man. Thank you very much. So yeah, the 222, not really a surprising release. I think a lot of people kind of expected it. It got leaked pretty early. To be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of this. I think it's a pretty underwhelming release. Like it's a dated design, and it's about 20,000 US more than the gold overseas. That's expensive. Like that's really expensive. 62,000 euros. What do you think?
Yeah, the price is fucking crazy, man. It's way too much in my opinion.
Yeah, that's really. It's a nice watch, but it's like it is a dated design. I'm sorry to say. Like I don't know. To me, it just looks dated. It looks like it belongs in the 70s.
Well, it's back now. It's back in a big way, and it's gonna be back
like 68, 69 grand.
What's the size of that?
I don't know anybody who would pay that 68.
It's 37 millimeters.
Grand.
Too small.
Yeah, it's small by modern standards. It's a dated design, and it's 20,000 more than what's it called? Than the regular rose gold overseas. I think it's very, very expensive, and I'm not a huge fan. In all
I don't think so.
Yeah, they launched it in their Historiques line, so it's a throwback. So
yeah, I guess fair enough.
I mean, I think it's cool, but would I want it? Probably not.
They're not gonna fly off the shelf. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah,
I think they will. Anything Vacheron is.
Really, I would take one
because they're going to be pretty limited. They already said they're not going to be making that.
Except it's too small, man. 37 for me doesn't work. Damn it! Why not 39?
Fair enough. We got West P saying, I switch hit in baseball. Does that make me left-handed enough? Maybe. Who knows? Watch line. I'm not sure if it's SIHH. I forget what the event is. There's one coming up in 10 or so days, or very, very soon, right after Watches and Wonders, that a ton of brands are going to be releasing. So, yeah, overall, I mean, I don't dislike the release. I just think it's expensive. And, yeah, that's it. I think it's still a nice watch. It's still very nice. I would love to have one, but not at 62,000 euros.
Do you think they ever would they release this in steel down the road or never?
Yes. Yeah, they would.
It's killer, man. I got to tell you, VC just added another. I know it's a little bit dated 70s, but the lineup, think about that lineup. With the
it's not as SIHH, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No, that was rebranded as Watches and Wonders. So that was the original name of Watches and Wonders.
Yeah, I can't remember the. I somebody told me, but it's escaping my mind. So yeah, this is kind of the first release. Let's go on to the next one. We got what do we got? Actually, what I'll do instead is this. Here we go. So we got the A Lange and Söhne Odysseus in titanium. Pretty polarizing design. I think it's you either love it or you hate it kind of watch. To me, it's you know what I mean? It's the same watch, just in titanium as opposed to steel. What did you guys think of this?
Man,
I'm not a huge fan of this outside of titanium, so titanium doesn't really help, except it's lighter. What I will say is this. I like the fact that you did a titanium watch, and I wish Rolex would, as opposed to not doing a watch in titanium like Rolex. Honestly, I wish Rolex did a titanium Yacht-Master.
Hold on, we'll get pump the brakes.
I'm saying I'm not,
yeah.
Anyway, appreciate the effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, it's not. I don't think there was that much effort put into it. They're just making the same watch in titanium and then putting it in a limited edition format. So it's like, okay,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Nice watch, but nothing groundbreaking or revolutionary here. You know what? It's just like, okay, cool. We're just going to rapid fire through these. Now to maybe the brand that disappointed me the most this year, because we see a lot of the same crap that they produce every single year. All they do is shove pilot's watches down. Don't get me wrong. I love these watches. I think they're very nice. But you can only do a certain thing so many times until it just becomes boring. And it's just like, okay, we've seen this from you every single year for 2 decades straight. I think it's time for something fresh and new. Like last year, for example, right? They had the big Pilot 43 millimeters. I thought that was awesome, And then this is just whatever,
Top Gun.
What do you think?
Lange did do, not to switch gears from IWC, but I think they released a couple of new Lange 1s variations, which I saw briefly. They look really nice. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of IWC. It is what it is.
Yeah, I do like the ceramic ones, but it's it's not nothing groundbreaking. You know what I mean? It's just more of the same. That's all. I have to say. I think it's still a great watch. I think at the price point that they're at, just wait a couple of years. These will sell, relatively well. Not that well on the secondary. Let's be honest. It's IWC. It's not like it's Rolex or anything like that. Yeah. So that'll be nice. It'll be a nice addition, maybe for like 5,000, 6,000 at most. The Watchland says, we just got that perpetual Lange and I'm in love. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. We got Big Juan in the chat. Hello, Juan. Hope you're doing well with the $5 super sticker. Thank you very much for the super chat. Alrighty, so we did the Longo, we did IWC. Now to one that actually I found pretty surprising. Now I know people are going crazy for the Tudor release of the GMT, but I think these are really nice from Grand Seiko. What do you think? These were actually surprisingly nice. I think these are really nice, especially this white dial version. I think is super. Something different, a little off the beat. What do you think, Unc?
Who needs a KV if you could buy that one?
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh,
but
okay.
I think it's still nice. Like you get a nice.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, they made it a little more sporty with that bezel, right? So
yeah. What do you think, Mo? Not a fan of Grand Seiko?
No, not at all. This one does next to nothing for me. I think it's butt ugly, to be honest with you. A lot of going on. Definitely need to get rid of that power reserve on the dial. And what they're probably going to ask for, 11, 12, 13 for this watch?
Let's find out. Let us see. Actually, I'm not 100%.
I'd say maybe even 15.
8,500 euros. So about
about $9,000.
That's pretty reasonable. I think it looks good on wrist. What are the specs? Hold on. Let's see the specs. 41 millimeters.
A one fart.
14 millimeters bit. But I think it's still nice. Overall, if you're looking for a solid GMT option, I mean, it's hard to compete with Tudor, right? Because Tudor, they have basically the same specs, like case height wise and size wise. So and it's half the price basically of this Grand Seiko. Obviously, the finishing isn't the same. This is a spring drive, so the accuracy isn't the same. But yeah, no, I don't know. We got Ryan Singer in the chat saying he upvoted. Thank you very much. We got Big Juan. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yes, Kevin, it's a luxury bazaar takeover. That's right, it is.
Yes.
We got Pepe D's. This is what Thank you very much for the upvote. Yeah, Zeke, I'm with you. I think these Grand Seiko are honestly kind of a breath of fresh air, in all honesty. I don't know. I think it's nice. Jay asking, have you seen the new Antarctique chronograph Rattrapant Ice Blue? I could pull it up. I do have it planned, so I will pull it up a little bit later.
Okay.
There's a Seiko 5 with the same bezel. Fair enough.
Yeah, of course.
Fair enough. Kevin says it's higher because it has the new G9 design. Grand Seiko is not a fan favorite in this crowd. And David H. skewering the watch, saying it's ugly. Okay,
I
fair
agree.
enough.
Yeah.
I guess polarizing watch. Mike David saying, I love the new Grand Seiko diver, but I wouldn't buy it over a Rolex, which I know won't lose. Yeah, but for somebody who can't get a Rolex at retail, maybe there's some good alternatives. All right, so let's get into our first.
Can I talk about this watch for a second?
Yeah, please.
So I'd like to see the pictures because that's a white GMT bezel, right? That's like a white.
No, it's metallic.
Color?
It's like
that's metallic. All right. And my colors are a little bit off. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was gonna say, wow, this is like the whitest dial. That's a cool, pretty decent looking dial though. Like, is that textured? It looks like it's textured.
Yeah, so it's like the white birch texture almost.
Yeah, maybe I think the hour markers are too big, and the bezel is too small.
You know what, Kat? I think you hit the nail on the head.
Other than that, if you like white,
but I'm also with. Here's the problem, right? Aren't these automatic watches? Hold on.
They are. Yeah.
What do you need a power reserve indicator? It's an automatic watch. I don't get it.
If you don't wear it, but ultimately, if you don't wear it, you can just wind it and see your power reserve. But if you wear it every day, you're never going to need to wind it.
Yeah, and it's a 5-day power reserve, Mo. You put this down 3-4 days, no problem. You pick it up.
Yep.
It's still
so I agree with Toyota. Remove that as well. So there's three changes.
Because Grand Seiko, they can do their dials are really amazing. They're really nice. But then they start putting a date window. They start putting a power reserve. Completely unnecessary.
Big George, New York, with the $5 super chat saying, just super chatting for this great panel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That is very kind of you. All right, so let's get into the first Rolex, the one that kind of sent shockwaves. No, not
Rolex.
really. It is the new Air-King, guys. And to be honest with you, holy shit, am I disappointed by Rolex. I mean,
100% agree with that one.
What is this? So here's the problem I have with this watch, right? That doesn't make sense. This dial is based on the Bloodhound project, right? Which was a complete failure.
Yep.
It just was, right? So it didn't achieve its objectives. Then they abandoned the project, and yet they're still using this dial. It makes no sense. It shows a complete lack of creativity. Do I think this is a nice dial and a nice design? Absolutely, right? But I was hoping for something fresh and new and something exciting. And what did we get? We got a new 05 dial, like 05 on the dial. That's one thing that changed. And then crown guards, which I think just don't look good. They just don't suit the watch. What do you guys think?
It doesn't need the crown guards. Putting the 05, I think the 3, 6, 9 are now loomed. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking absolutely boring disappointment of a.
Yeah,
because they had an opportunity to do something with this, and they did nothing in reality.
Yeah, I think they also angled the case, and it's a little more angular. From what I understand, it's a different case, not a different, but just more angled. There's a few.
I mean, so what? You know what I mean?
Angles. No, well, I mean, I got to tell you that. Well, we'll get to the next one, but this was the biggest thing they've done. You know, in terms of.
We got the
which tells you something. This is like.
Oh, are we looking at the Despair King?
I actually prefer this one though than the other Air-King, which is not saying much because I would never buy an Air-King. It's just not my thing.
Yeah. But here's the thing though. Now, is this change going to be what they're going to stick with this watch for the next few years? And that's it.
Sure.
We can't talk about a new Air-King coming out because this essentially is their new
This
Air-King.
is it. You just got it.
I mean, disappointing, right?
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's.
I was surprised that they didn't go back into the early to mid 60s when Air-King came out with a white dial. I'm surprised they didn't reintroduce a white dial since they reintroduced a new case, right? So I don't know why they didn't do that, but the original Air-King was white dial.
I didn't even know this. So the 0 and the 5, at least in the pictures, they don't even line up. You see like that slight gap. The 5 is a little bigger.
Yep.
I didn't even see that until
it's beautiful. We're criticizing Rolex, but they're like, "Fuck you! We do what we want. We're Rolex."
They put this watch in front of us. We'll still buy it.
That's right. You put it in front of you, you're gonna fucking buy it and shut the fuck up.
You're gonna shut up and thank them. You're gonna be like, "Thank you,"
and bring bottles of wine and cigars and booze and all that other shit. Thank you. Like, big deal.
Okay, so to be fair, Zeke brings up a good point. I think it's definitely more elegant than the old model. I tend to agree, although I would do without the crown guards. I think the crown guards make it less elegant. And then it's probably thinner, and it's a good alternative for somebody who doesn't want a 36 millimeter Explorer. So yeah, I do agree with what you're saying. Kevin, do you think they will apply this design to the Milgauss? Well, I hope they don't use the same idea. You know what I mean? Just basically, put the watch in a new case, repackage the watch, but it's really the same thing.
They haven't mentioned what the anti-magnetism strength is on this yet. We're waiting to see that. The dealers were waiting to see.
So the thing is, though, all Rolex watches, modern Rolex watches, are amagnetic.
Right.
So they don't need an
No, but the old one had it.
Yeah, but they don't need them because they use silicon escapement, so it won't affect the accuracy won't be affected by magnetism.
And it made this watch a little thinner than the outgoing one. I think it's a good update. I think Kevin likes it.
Buy one, man.
But I never liked the Air. I never wanted an Air-King though. I never wanted an Air-King, but I would.
But now you'll take it if they offered it to you.
We got Mr. GMT in the chat. Noah asking, what's everyone wearing? I got the GMT actually.
I got nothing. I took my drive off, Cartier drive I was wearing
today. You got
today.
the Cermet, the dry. I'm not sure what Rancher is wearing, but I imagine it's something good and interesting. The watch line says, funny thing, no one is mentioning those funky Rolex dials. What the California dials, they sued that. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Yeah, the California, the multicolorful ones. Green,
yeah, but that was
yellow.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Now, when you guys live together, which one of you is going to be the big spoon and which one's going to be the little?
Very funny. Yes, very funny, Rancher. Very funny. Actually, what's great is we'll both have. So it's like 2 bed, 2 bathroom. So we'll have like our own separate, living accommodation. But very funny. Thank you very much. Yes.
When the sock is on the doorknob, don't come in because
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna get do not disturb signs. Do not disturb signs. Do it. KR Joy says to sell everything. Yeah, I don't think anybody disagrees. I think it's just boring release because they literally changed absolutely.
And they took out every single Cellini except for the Moon Phase 1. What does that tell you?
Because they sucked.
And Artem, Artem, he was in fucking London the first show and he passed in the airport. They had one. He didn't buy it. He could have flipped it for $5,000 more.
It is what it is. Here we go. Next one that sent. This is the one I guess that sent real shockwaves in the community, which is just a disaster of a release. I mean, I don't even know what to think about this. There's no upright picture, but a left-handed GMT. Okay, here's the thing, right? First and foremost, the date is in the completely wrong place. It really should have stayed at 3:00, and I think it would have been a lot better. Now,
I
my
agree.
next question is, how is the integrity of the movement if we flip the flip the dial, flip the hands, flip the bezel, and make it an upright GMT? Can we do that?
They just reversed the case and drilled a hole, man.
Yeah, I mean, what's so special about this? It's so boring.
No, I wouldn't be against it if they left the color on top. I'd be more acceptable to that. But they fucking reversed even the colors scheme.
Yeah.
Because really, if they come out with a GMT with the right color on the right side, the way it should be, I bet you'd be fucking waiting years to get one.
Yeah, but look, this is an inclusivity rule by Rolex.
Yeah.
They're finally reaching out to that 10% of the people out there who are southpaws, and they can disappoint them as equally as they're disappointing the rest of us.
Sure.
So this watch, I agree with you, Marco.
Line.
This had potential to be a good-looking watch, in my opinion, if they put the date on the other side.
If they reverse the date and put the
Reverse the
color
date.
You'd need-
on top with the black.
That would be
Correct.
right. I mean, they certainly could do it, but it would be more difficult for them to do it. Right? Obviously, they'd need to do a little bit more engineering. Maybe
Kevin
some.
You make a hole.
Rolex.
You laser shut the side that you close because it's the same case. Just reverse it. It's no big deal. They can pour it in different ways when they do the mold for that ceramic bezel.
Right. But this here's
You're talking about changing the color scheme. I think
put the
what I'm
green on
talking
top,
about
black on the bottom.
is
and put
moving
date
the date to 3:00.
Yeah,
That's another story.
which it make easier for a lefty to read a lefty wears his watch on the right.
okay. So here's what I'm
Most
thinking.
lefties. I'm lefty, but I don't.
Hold on a second. So could we do this? What if we just get a replacement crystal? We turn the dial the other way. We move the bracelet like upside, like we change the side of the bracelet. We turn the bezel and make it an upright right-handed GMT. All you need really is a new crystal. Actually, you can keep the crystal. You just have to. No. You need to change the crystal. You do need to change the crystal. And then it's basically.
Can I throw something out that I haven't heard yet?
I've heard a couple of things about this, but I can't really share that on air.
What's that, Rancher? Or is
what part of on air? No, not on air.
not on air. No worries.
All right. So let me ask you this: how long do you think, and is it totally out of the realm of possibility that Rolex in 3 or 6 months, or maybe it's the next year or the year after, they're going to do a right-handed version of this watch?
That's right.
Right?
I mean,
they could do it in 3 months, and this is a big head
Why
fake.
not?
What are you talking about? They can do it now. Fuck.
It's already done.
Right?
It's probably already done. Exactly.
It's in the can, guys.
I mean, what do they have to do? They just have to move the bezel off of this watch and put it on something else.
That's
right?
exactly. They already
That's
have
it.
the
It's
watch
already
done. They
done.
got the. The green hand and the bezel is done. In fact, the black that GMT has, I wonder if he's not going to do it, but can you change bezels from this watch to a black?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Just
just saying
that's not a bad idea. Here we go.
They threw this thing out there for everyone to freak out about a left-handed watch.
See, so
and then they're going to reverse it.
Actually,
here's an interesting thing. Rel said, "I'm
posted this in the
ambidextrous,
group
been
today.
wanting a GMT Rolex and love green. This may be it." So, hey, I mean, we got some good, decent feedback from people. We got Andres Borghetti in the chat. Big George, hello, Big George. How are you?
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey, man.
Hey,
Here we go.
George.
Yeah, I posted this to you guys today.
Yeah.
Nice.
In
Yes, you
Europe,
did.
they're saying,
I
look
like-
at it this way.
So when you posted, I was like, damn, that's a good looking watch.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it is a good looking watch. It is.
Right?
In all honesty. But the only problem is the left-handed. I think it's honestly, it's not even that it's left-handed. I think the fact that the date is at 9 o'clock as opposed
Yes.
to 3. Is
Yes,
what
agreed,
throws everyone
Marco.
off.
It's throwing us all off, is what it is.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, guys, and I don't know this. Have we ever seen that done before? Ever in the
They've
history
done it in the
of
past.
watches?
They've done it in the
It has
past.
Well, they've
They've
done
done
left-handed, but the
left-handed.
date was at 3 o'clock.
The
so
date.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
The
Yeah.
date.
The date
That's
was
what
at
I'm
3
wondering.
o'clock. That's what they usually are, right?
all
So
right.
this is the
SLC
first time
watch
Rolex has put a date on the 9 o'clock.
Well, okay, I can
Yes.
cover my ass on this.
Yes.
All right. Do you know who's left-handed at Rolex? Guess.
The CEO.
Yep.
I also heard the CEO's favorite watch when he came in is the GMT.
Rancher, have they ever done a date at the 9 o'clock?
At the 9 o'clock, no.
No.
Okay, so this is the first. Okay.
Yeah, even the Cellinis were at 3 o'clock. The dates, right? 3 or 6 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah. We got SLC Watch Collector in the house saying, "I bet this ends up being a limited release and they discontinue it after a year." So, okay, if they do that though, if Rolex starts doing that, they're just basically buying into the hype market. It's like,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's like you have to buy it now because you don't know if they're just going to discontinue it a year later, which really sucks. That would be so annoying. To be
Yeah, but the
honest.
original was a 6542 GMT. That
Yes.
was a left-handed GMT.
Here, I'll pull it up.
By the way,
Yeah.
I totally got that from a blog to watch and from nowhere else. Only from a blog to watch.
Right. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate that citation.
There it
Yes,
is.
so this is, but you see, it looked better because the date
Yes.
was at 3
Yeah.
o'clock.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lefty wants to see the date, so if he wears it on the right, the date goes in his sleeve. That's why they did it on the left side.
That's right.
I wonder how hard it would be to take that, though, to a watchsmith and say, okay, flip everything back. And
That's what I'm saying, right?
But
So, Rancher,
but that's the
all
thing.
you
I
have to do-
don't want to modify my brand new Rolex. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You know, I just don't want to do that.
I'll
Yeah.
take this one.
That's cool,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm sure you
That's
would.
that's very cool. That is something. That is beautiful,
That's
right
something
there.
else, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, here we good. BT Bossman says, "Does the date wheel change from the top to bottom? It just seems a dial and date change is all this needs." Yeah,
Didn't
honestly, I think if they flip the date, I think it would look great. Probably a lot better. People
I
just
agree.
think
I agree. I just don't know. And they did it here. So what was the technology to do it here?
yeah, but here's what. Okay, but the new GMT that's been transitioned to a left-hand drive, can it compete against right-hand drive Rolexes? Or is that giving the left-handed one, you know, I don't want to get political here.
Sometimes, Rancher, sometimes. Muhammad Ali with the £9 super chat. Thank you very much, my man. Saying, "I'm right-handed, but also wear my watches on my right hand. Interesting watch if I can get one." Okay, fair enough. Fair
How
enough.
many people think will just be getting it because it's wacky and because of quote unquote collectability?
Right.
Enough
No, absolutely.
people so that there is a wait list.
This thing
How
right
many-
here was
right.
like a $600 watch that sold at auction for like fucking 200 grand, guys.
Yeah.
How many
Left-handed.
people,
Super
right,
rare, that's the thing.
who get a call for one are going to say, no, it's left-handed. I can't.
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do it."
bullshit. You'll fucking run over.
Here we go.
Everybody will, not just
Yeah.
you.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like you get.
Now, this two-door reminds me of the original Explorer.
Yeah,
This
the Steve
Steve
McQueen
55.
Explorer too. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's the point.
This is nice. I don't like Tudor, but I give him credit for this one.
Yeah.
There's just
Not a
I like it.
three-door?
something about naked loom, though, I love.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I'm with you. I
I
think
love
they
anything
really,
naked. Rancher.
I think they really knocked this one out the park. I really think they did. This is a nice watch. We got the Gentleman's Hangout podcast with the $5 super chat saying, "Hey boys, out for the evening. Glad to see the boys putting on a show. The left-hand Rolex is lame. Sorry, not sorry. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm with you. I don't love it. And it shows a lack of creativity from Rolex again. Like, oh yeah, you're changing the bezel colors and you know what I mean? The what's it called? The side at which the crown is on. It's just a little weird.
Did you get Muhammad Ali's super chat?
Yeah, I did. We just did it. We just did Muhammad Ali's super chat. Zeke saying this is too thick. I don't disagree, but I think it's still a very nice design from Tudor. I think this is a great release. Hey,
this should have been in the 58 case.
It is in the 58 case.
No, it's the 58 case is much thinner.
Yeah, but it's 30. So it's 39 millimeters. So that's the Black Bay 58 case. But it's just the movement doesn't allow it to fit in a. It's just a thick movement. That's all it is. Plus, you get 3 hands stacked together. Actually, it's 4 hands stacked together. That takes up actually quite a bit of space too.
What's the price on these watches?
It is. That is a good question. It is.
I think it's 4,000 even.
4,000.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Perfect price.
Perfect price.
I
agree.
I think it's really hard to beat this. Really, really hard to beat this.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You guys know Rolex.
SLC watch collector with a $50 super chat. My man, thank you very much. That's extremely generous. Saying panel's thoughts on the yellow gold / green dial Day-Date. Want it bad. Okay. Sorry, Tudor. You're going to have to take a back seat for a second.
That watch is really nice.
Rapid fire thoughts. What do the gentlemen think of this one right here?
Pull it up.
It reminds me of the GMT. Go ahead.
Not all at once, guys. Not all at once.
Sorry.
I thought you were going to pull it up.
Yeah, I got to pull up the Day-Date. But final concluding thoughts for this Tudor, the Tudor.
100%
Oh,
on the
it's
100% approved. Good.
The bracelet, yes.
Home
Bracelet,
run.
yes.
Home run.
Home run.
Adds,
Yep, I
adds,
agree.
adds a whole new line to
Grand
their
Slam.
lineup.
Grand Slam.
This
Yep.
will be in
Yep,
their
I agree with
lineup
that.
for decades.
Yeah,
B
I
plus.
think it's going to be uber popular. All right, let's go configure
Uber.
this right now.
You wanted it thinner, didn't you, Big George?
Hashtag.
Yeah, I did.
We all did.
That's Tudor though. That's
There
how
it
they
is.
roll.
I would have
That's how
bought
they
it.
do, man.
I would have bought it.
That's
if
the
it was
one.
in there.
What do we think, guys?
So I mentioned yesterday on Wiz's show, I thought this was a knockout.
Yeah, this
I
is
absolutely
definitely
love
a
this
knockout.
watch. Yeah,
Yep.
I absolutely love it.
I think this is the biggest watch of the release, in my opinion. Next to the
Yeah.
platinum.
I think this is so pretty. Honestly, this is going to be uber collectible.
Right.
Uber collectible. We'll get to the Day-Dates in a second, but
This is beautiful.
yeah, I think this is really, really nice. And what's
Most of
great
the
is-
dealers and the famous guys that you guys all know and watch, like Eric and Fed and all them, they said that the only thing they didn't like is that they put a fluted bezel in platinum. Thank God they finally did it because technology's there with laser.
Right.
But now it takes away because you used to know that if you had a smooth bezel, that's a platinum with the ice. If you got that, it could be white gold. So
we'll get to the whole Day-Date conversation for sure. The main thing that I think is really a letdown is they released a bunch of dials in platinum that they do in white gold. So they have a green dial platinum and a green dial white gold, a green dial, blue dial platinum, blue dial white gold. Not the ice blue, right? Just a regular blue.
Yeah.
They have a black dial platinum, black dial white gold.
Meteorite.
It makes no sense. They're the same watch. They look the same. The whole thing that made the what's it called? The platinum Day-Date distinct was the smooth bezel. You know what I mean? It was like the Mac Daddy Rolex with a smooth bezel. I loved it the way it was. I wish it would have stayed that way. I like the fluted bezel. Again, I think it's cool that they can do it, but I don't think it needed it. In all honesty, I think they accepted the fact that it was the only Day-Date with a smooth bezel, and they appreciated it for that. It made it different. It made it unique, and now it's just like a white gold Day-Date, except you're paying $20,000 more because it's platinum. So
Rolex ain't stupid, man.
No, they're not.
I don't think they are. I do not think
pimping ain't easy, but it's necessary.
Yeah, they did the same thing with the white gold GMT. Remember, they had the Pepsi, and then they changed the dials from black to blue.
Yeah, but that's different. That's completely different, though.
I can't take credit for this, but somebody told me that Isn't it interesting that the 3 OP colors that everyone loved, Tiffany, coral red, and the yellow, all discontinued?
Of course.
Right? Why? Because that's the cheapest OP. There you go. Stefano, he knows. Stefano's a genius, man. I don't even have to say it. He already knows what I'm going to say. And then they go platinum, and they roll out all these colors, including the.
I mean, Rolex is not stupid. They understand that the margins on gold are huge, especially because they have their own foundry. Yeah, they're huge.
Platinum's. I don't know. Is platinum? I always forget where they're trading. Is platinum?
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Or lower than gold.
The most expensive watch, right? By far.
Right. Exactly.
But
anyway, this
SLC,
is beautiful. This one's beautiful.
To answer SLC's question, what do we think? I think this is a complete knockout. This is absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
David H saying it's a great Tudor. Yeah, absolutely. Love you. I 100% agree. Yep. 100% agree. Love unique dial day-dates. Signature.
Bring back like the old Stella dials.
I'm still wondering, right? Yes, it's more like a Stella dial, right? It's not like the rose gold green dial day-date. Because the rose gold green dial is like kind of more sunburst, whereas this feels like a little more flat and matte, which actually I might prefer. Because you already have like the gaudy, very flashy, blingy kind of yellow gold.
I prefer the flat.
Saying he loves that watch.
This looks like the green GMT that they came out with a few years ago, the gold one.
Ooh, your friend Mike saying, nah, the flute is much better. Previous owners just sour. Fair enough. But yeah, I think this was a knockout watch. I don't see many images actually of this watch in person. Let me see if I can find one actually. Hold on 1 second. What's the reference?
The Save Ho McLovin says platinum is almost half price gold.
Really?
Yeah, platinum in retrospect was always 40 to 60% more than gold, and it's gonna get back up there. Watch and see. But what do you care? It's going to the fucking safe. So
he wants to load up on the metals the precious metals that are going to be going up the most in value. So maybe he should be buying the platinum right now.
There you go.
Right?
Question to the panel: if you had the rose gold day-date, the green one, the olive, or this one, which one would you pick?
This one. I never liked the rose gold with olive combination.
I would go with this one.
This
one, 100%.
This one says to me like the Masters, Jack Nicklaus.
Yes,
there
you go.
Yes,
green jacket. That's it, Capitan. The green jacket.
The green jacket.
Very nice, Cap. Very nice. Yep.
Quintessential Rolex.
Of course, you have both in the safe. We know you.
I don't know. My response is that's like asking which one of Charlie's Angels would you rather get a Hummer from, and the answer is any of them.
Any of them, right.
Any of them.
Yeah.
We got Mr. P in the chat saying, "Hi guys, I really enjoy this panel." Hey man, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Okay, so whoops, 1 second. Let's move on to the next Rolex that
but you're not gonna say Farrah Fawcett wasn't number one in that in that trio. Going back to the original Charlie's Angels.
The original.
Oh yeah.
Marco doesn't know.
So I'm with Gentleman's Hangout podcast. He says, "No way, the rose gold and olive was super elegant in person." I really like the rose gold. I need to reserve judgment.
I just don't like rose with olive.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I need to reserve judgment to see both because I've seen the rose gold olive and it's really not. Like I think it's a knockout.
So the rose gold is really subtle. It's just pure class, right?
Where
the yellow one is definitely a landlord's watch. 100% the yellow gold is a landlord's watch.
I like that landlord watch.
The Super with Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
All right, so now
I absolutely love this watch. By the way, I thought this.
I am so disappointed, Mo. What the fuck? I think
I like it too.
It's something about that. See, Cap knows. It's something about yellow and black when they put it on a watch. It just fits, right?
Okay, so here's the thing. I like the look of
it.
This,
works.
But there's a couple things I think they should have improved. All right. First of all, the Yacht-Master text should be in gold. I think that's the first thing.
Okay.
By the way, I just want to give a shout out to Chris, the Watch Lounge Machine Gun Chris, guys. Be sure to check out his channel if you haven't. He does some great watch reviews and content. We're probably going to be doing some live streams together in the future. But okay, so the first thing, I think it needs to be yellow. It needs to be like gold text on the Yacht-Master. Second, I still prefer the rose gold version. And then third, I wanted this version in titanium so I could buy it.
I did want this version in titanium.
I personally like this model in white gold.
Oh, look at this. We got Gentleman's Podcast taking it away saying, "Yeet. Ah, you know what it is, black and yellow." Okay, let me stop that. Let me stop that.
I got to
Anthony
tell you, man, I
Stevens
like
back.
these guys. I like this one and the white gold. I'm starting to like this Yacht-Master.
It's growing on me, right? It's growing on me as well.
I swear to God, me
such
and
a
JJ
nice
think
watch.
on the same wavelength. Me and JJ think on the same wave. Taking the red text was a bad move, or at least replace it with gold text. White text.
Gold always works. I agree with
Yes.
that. Gold would work. Yacht-Master and gold, absolutely.
Yes. It needed to be gold text. I think it would have been much, 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 much nicer. But I think it's still a nice watch. I just wish it came out.
Marco, can you
titanium.
pull up the rose gold version,
Yes.
if you wouldn't mind? So this way we just have a comparison.
That's a really clean, nice watch.
Yeah, it is. It's still very nice.
Oh wait,
it
no,
just
they
could
don't.
be better.
They don't have a rose gold. They have only a white gold, right?
No, they still have a rose
No,
gold.
they make it rose gold
Oh, okay.
Yep. Here we go. Got a wrist shot for you.
with
I
the
think
red.
okay.
It looks awesome.
This is maybe one of my favorite precious metal Rolexes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's cool as well, man. That is cool. They're both nice.
Yeah, they are both nice. You can't go wrong with both.
But the red text on this just does it. I just think it does it.
And let's
We
see
got Louis V.
let's see the white gold.
Louis V is in the chat saying like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Rel says that's a Bond villain's watch. Yeah, the yellow gold for sure. Ooh, why do we never name the Yacht-Masters? No, the B is the two-tone sub. That's the two-tone sub.
Bumblebee's the one this captain's wearing.
Yeah. No, we got to come up with a different name.
It's the Yachty.
The Yachty.
The Yachty.
Yes.
No,
Gentlemen,
it's definitely not the Yachty.
yellow or gold text like the Sea Dweller, the two-tone Sea Dweller, 100% would have been much nicer. Absolutely. Okay, let's go on to the next release. I think from the brand that really killed it at Watches and Wonders, they really stole the show, Patek Philippe. Let's start with this one right here. The 5320 salmon dial.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh,
I told you, Marco, look out
Winner.
for Patek.
Listen, I got one kidney for sale. If anybody wants it, I want to buy this watch right here, baby. This is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. The only
Fucking
thing I don't
Patek.
understand-
Patek is king, man. Right? Patek is king.
I wouldn't
The
go
Rolls
that-
Royce of watches.
I wouldn't go that far, Toyota Mo.
Hey,
but,
man,
you
I'm
know.
saying it, man. I love that. Look at this thing. Look at this thing.
After this year's
I don't
release, they really
understand.
want to make you either get
Rose
another or
opaline
upgrade.
dial. What the fuck's the difference between rose opaline and salmon? Isn't this just a salmon dial? It's just salmon, no?
Looks salmon to me.
Yeah, it looks salmon. I mean, this is gorgeous. The movement is super nice. The case, I love this case. I'm a huge fan of it. It's the same case as the 5172 that JJ has. You get the triple step lug, the double step case. I think the syringe hands, the pilot style indices. I think this is just beautiful. The cream dial was really nice, and then this one is also so beautiful. Oh, Duco Ted says meh. He's not a fan. He doesn't
I
like
think
the old man watches. Fair enough.
I think these stock photos, though, the problem is you're seeing it flat, and I think that dial really must look something. Dial must look special in the flesh or in a video format.
Yeah. Ooh, Jay says I want the 5326. That was another good release. Although I do still prefer just the three-hander 5226, which we'll get into. But yeah, I think that Patek really knocked it out of the park with this one. Not much to say about it. I mean, it's basically the same 5320, just repackaged with a different dial. I thought the 5320 was already amazing, and then this is, just another level. So speaking of Jay's watch, let's pull it up. Here we go. The 5326. What do we think, guys? What do we think?
Meh.
Oh, you don't like it?
No.
I think
I'm
this
just
is
not a fan.
I like it.
I think this is way nicer than the
Just too small for me.
So, Unc, the pilot style Calatravas?
Yep.
I can't remember the references, but the one with the pushers on the side?
Yep.
I think they're so ugly, but this is a great watch. Like, if you want to the only thing I don't get is why the hell there's an annual calendar on this watch. It's a travel watch. Like, an annual calendar with a kind of travel time function, they just don't make sense together.
Yeah, you're talking about the 5524, right?
Yeah,
Say that
the
again?
5524.
Yeah,
5524. Yeah.
5524. Yep. SLC Watch Collector says, I am on the list. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, this is still a beautiful watch. Even though I don't understand the annual calendar complication. Yeah. I still
A lot
think
of people didn't like the stippled dial.
You don't like it? I think it's.
I like it. A lot of people didn't, but I do. I like it.
And
It's
even
okay.
Look at this. You get the
Look at the
Clou de
case.
Paris.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Clou de Paris on the case. It just looks amazing. Hobnail, Clou de Paris, same difference. Look at that
JJ's
dial texture. Oh my god.
JJ said the bed. It looks like bed liner before in the chat. That was last.
Yeah,
Oh, Rhino liner. Rhino
Yeah,
liner.
rhino liner.
So interesting is that this is not like a like it's just a stamped. What's it called? Like it's just a stamped dial. They have like a stamping process that creates this. So nothing technically, I guess, unique. Reminds me of Hamilton. Oh, stop it! Stop. Look at this. Dude, he's going
I
out.
just think this is a cool, fun watch.
No,
I think
that's
this is
an
cool.
anal. That's
cool.
an anal colander. Anal colander.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
Todd
it's
saying
cool.
the watch face reminds me of vinyl flooring. Yeah, actually, he's not
Yeah.
wrong.
If Todd's gonna go there, then I'm gonna have to agree with him on that one. I don't really. I'm just not a huge fan of that texture and the color of it, personally.
It's not for me, but I think it's a cool watch overall.
I would take the salmon 100 times. So
course.
that's just me.
Definitely take the sound.
That's a-
The one on the left though makes it look better.
Look at this. Phil Marceau's skateboard grip tape. You guys are nuts. Okay, we're moving on from this watch before everybody roasts it. You know what? All right, so moving on to the watch we were just talking about a couple minutes ago, the
Rolex.
Platinum Day-Date. Again, I'm a little disappointed. I wish it kept the smooth bezel. I actually prefer the smooth bezel.
Nah,
All
this
right.
thing is awesome, man. I love it.
I think this watch is absolutely beautiful, but I prefer the smooth bezel on a Platinum Day-Date.
There you go.
And that
It's become synonymous with the
right,
Platinum
it's
Day-Date.
just-
It's what made it unique. That's the whole point. It's like different from the gold and the white gold
3 words.
Day-Dates.
Can we see Can you pull up a photo of the smooth?
Yes.
Or is that asking too much? You don't have to.
I think they're going to fix the white gold models probably next year.
In what way, George?
Probably different dials,
Mm,
so they don't be so similar.
1 second. Here we go. I'm trying to find like a good wrist shot. Oh, this is a good one. Here we go. Look at that. Oh my god, that is just killer.
look at that. That's beautiful.
That's really nice.
Dude,
That's
that was
beautiful. I
so
love it.
killer.
I love
think
it.
just takes, I don't get it.
That's really nice, but that's because the dial. Wait, is that the same dial? Because that looks.
No.
No,
It's
it's
not.
a different motif style. But the
Well,
point
you
is,
can't. It's not apples to apples, man.
No,
What
they
are you
also
talking
have
about?
they have a version of this watch as well.
yeah, they have a version of it too. But I think this just looks amazing with the smooth bezel. The transition between like the bezel to the what's it called to the bracelet just looks amazing.
I want that watch, man. I want that
God,
watch.
it's so nice. Yep. I think they killed it. I don't know, man. I can't do it. I think I much prefer it. Compared to this? Yeah, no. Sorry, man.
The motif dial is prettier, but you gotta compare like Captain said, apples to apples.
Can you? They have that other watch on the
Appreciate
website.
you having my back, George. Nobody. It's rare, very rare these days.
Okay, Todd saying, I think Watches and Wonders Rolex releases were underwhelming, and I was a
kidding,
little
man. Just
disappointed, broadly speaking, to be honest. You're not alone. I think pretty much everybody on the panel was pretty disappointed by these releases. Pretty much, yeah.
You know, it's just like I kind of didn't expect them from what we've seen in the past for Rolex to redo their whole entire line. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary, but
Yeah.
you know,
They're not that kind of company, but
Right.
it's just their releases are becoming lazier and lazier and lazier, and it's just it gets boring. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right,
to me,
right.
I'm just bored by them now.
I think, yeah, a little bit of Rolex overkill. I think the lead up though makes everybody kind of this build up to a crescendo, and so you're going to be
Yeah,
let
but it's
down
so
no matter what they
anticlimactic,
release.
Captain.
It's anticlimactic because
so-
everyone's
dude,
building
it's like
it up.
it's like, dude, really? What is this? You know, it's like you've been talking to. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say this analogy live on air, but it's it's like you're going back and forth with like somebody, and it's like just 5 minutes later, it's like that's it. it's just like, oh fuck, yeah, I don't know. All right, moving on very quickly. So we got a 5172. Again, what a watch! Oh my god. I still, to be honest with you, I'm looking at this right. Compared to the blue version, I think I still prefer the blue version because salmon is more traditionally like very elegant, right? It's like a very dressy. It's more for dress watches.
Where this is more sporty.
Yes,
I got you.
this
Right,
case,
right.
the pushers,
Okay.
the design of it is much more sporty. So I still prefer the blue, but I think the salmon is gorgeous. It's still beautiful. What do you guys think? You guys agree, disagree?
Home run.
It's
I
a
think
home
it's
run.
still
Yep.
incredible, right? I still
Yep.
prefer the blue, but I think it's still incredible. Yeah.
It's a killer, man. It's a tough choice, to be honest. I mean, because you could kill two birds with one Patek stone.
I think this is gonna be the one that's gonna be over the $100,000 mark. It's gonna go for way over list.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I love the blue one too.
Gentlemen's Hangout podcast saying Rolex could have made a platinum Sky Dweller and released a Coke GMT. It would have been a home run for them. Yeah, I think they just really, what was the expression you used? JJ had a great expression. I forget what the expression was, but he had a great, they jumped the shark, right? They jumped
the shark.
Yeah,
they really jumped
maybe.
the shark. That was it.
I'll tell you right now with the Coke GMT, because JJ raises a good point. I think that puts that on ice for a while. That's on ice.
Yeah.
Because
Ooh.
they're going to release this one on a right-hand down the road.
Ooh, Todd, I think we
It's
can't
black
be
and
friends
green.
anymore. Am I the only one? Am I the only guy who is not a fan of syringe hands in general? I think they're so nice. I'm sorry, Todd.
I'm with Todd again.
Oh, shit.
But I'm learning to I am learning to appreciate them, especially on this watch. I love it. Like I
think
just
it's
don't
different.
know.
It's nice because it's different. No, I'm just I don't know. I think it's nice because it's different. In all honesty,
Right.
I love it. I think this is beautiful. I wouldn't change a thing about this watch.
Well, if they release a GMT, they might as well call it the Coke's. A new GMT, they might as well call it the Coke Zero, because we'll see 0 of them in the AD's cases for like the next 3 or 5 years.
That is
There we
correct.
go. Big Juan, got to put you and Todd in your place. Come on, Captain. You and Todd are nuts. There you go.
Big one. I'm so nuts that I actually thought about getting the same watch as JJ.
Right.
So I could be converted. I have an open mind.
We got Duco Ted with a $5 super chat saying, do we think brands are holding back big changes with geopolitics and production constraints? Let's make small changes until world shakes out. That's not a bad, I think that's not a bad analysis, but I don't see a reason why that would be the reason they don't alter any designs or anything like that. I see production constraints definitely being an issue, but at the end of the day, you want new fresh blood, and this is the perfect time, right? Like the winner of Watches and Wonders is set up really good for the rest of the year sales wise. So if you come out on top and like people love your releases, I think it helps you in the long run, right? With sales over the course of the year.
Yeah, but Rolex could have done nothing and they would still sell at every watch. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly, right? So they, like, to be honest, the GMT and the Air-King changes, like, they didn't even need to do that, in all honesty, right? They could have just kept up what they were doing, and it would have still been fine.
Exactly. They could have just put out a few Datejust dials, and that would have been it.
I mean, yeah, essentially you got a new Air-King, right?
Yeah.
And you got a new GMT. You may not like it, but that's what you got.
But also, don't forget, Rolex doesn't make these huge swinging changes, right? Same with Patek, same with, like, they don't make, it's very rare, and when they do make, like, those big changes, like when the 5172 originally came out, the 5320, they'll stick with those models, for about, like, I would say almost a decade, maybe not quite. They'll stick with that until they come up with a new design that's a little fresh and unique and a different take. I think that's kind of the mantra, right?
The best way I heard it, Rolex doesn't revolutionize, they do evolution, not revolution.
Yeah, like
Yes.
incremental.
Yep.
Yeah. Alrighty, moving on to this beautiful JLC World Time. I think this is gorgeous, but I think it's really symbolic of the problems that JLC, at least the modern brand, has, which is they make watches for the 1% of collectors. Like, who's going to be able to buy this? Like, all their best watches are for the 1% of collectors. like already, right? The 99% basically aren't into watches, and then you take the 1% of the 99% are able to afford something like this. So
And
just
if you're gonna get a world timer, when you think of world timer, what do you think automatically? Like a
it's Patek,
high
right?
timer? You think of Patek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, would you get this over a Patek?
No.
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 But don't forget, the Patek would be fucking 4 times the price.
No, it wouldn't be 4 times. It's cheaper.
If
This
it's
is
a tourbillon, yes,
this
it
one has
will
a
be.
tourbillon, right?
Yeah, this is a tourbillon, so it's even more expensive than a
Yeah.
kind of a traditional Patek World Time.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking prices to be confirmed, so it's going to be up there. I mean, it's sky high.
They should put their prices to be dropping like a rock shortly.
But I don't need a tourbillon on my world time. I want that nice, beautiful dial,
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing, right? Like, okay, engineering wise, I've read a little bit of the specs on this, and it's like insane, right? Like what they did with the tourbillon is super evolutionary.
Doesn't the whole dial rotate on this one?
Yeah, the whole dial rotates on it too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Todd, I agree with you.
But
He said best watch of watches and wonders. I think it's a beautiful. I don't know if it's the best watch, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But the problem is like it's for the 1% of collectors, right? JLC is not a very popular brand. You need to branch out to new blood. You need new people buying your watches, and this is not the way you're doing it. Not by releasing these kind of watches. I don't know.
Well, the way that I say it, okay, it's a cool watch, but at least they didn't rip off Rolex by making Rolex homage watches,
Right.
like some other company.
The Omega Oyster Perpetuals.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah, but still,
We haven't even gone to the Chronomaster Sports yet.
This watch, though, is so advanced that if you look carefully, you'll see that the border between Russia and Ukraine changes every 4.5 seconds.
God damn. Oh, boy.
That's hilarious.
Oh, boy. Okay, next watch. Again, another disappointment, in my opinion, from
You know what JLC needs? They need to be bought out by Rolex. Rolex, please.
That's still. I don't know if that would help them anyways, right?
So this watch I liked until I saw one thing on it.
Price
$10,900.
Whoa!
For this watch. Yes, and I'm
For
not
the Hamilton
joking.
Khaki Fieldmaster.
For this 10,000, I believe it's around $11,000 for this watch.
Are you serious?
I am not joking. I was like, wow,
I mean,
that's
I
a
like
cool
the
watch.
look
I
of
wouldn't
it.
mind picking this up for around $5,000, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
No.
Wow, yeah, that's really expensive. Ooh, look at this. Big Juan says the Top Gun logo kills it for me. I do like the red writing, but yeah. Ross, look at this. $11K for a Hamilton khaki.
Right? Exactly.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
crazy.
I mean, that's
fun.
really expensive. But again, it comes back to this idea. Like we've seen this, I don't know, countless times from them. Is like, give us something new, give us something fresh, i.e., an ingénieur. Like, give us something, I don't know, that we haven't seen before from you guys over and over. So yeah, I won't spend much time on this watch. It's a nice design. Overall, I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. And at 10,900, no thanks.
Yeah, they can keep it.
Alrighty, this was a surprising release actually. So Patek released the Antarctique in 38.5 millimeters. I mean, we'll go over this pretty quickly, right? It's the same watch, same movement, just a different case size. Yeah, it's the same, exact same thing, just a new, smaller case size. I love this. I mean, again, I'm a huge fan of the Antarctique. I think this is going to be worth boatloads. And yeah, I mean, I welcome the smaller size. I love smaller size watches anyways. So, cool watch. Cool. Oh, here we go. Todd says this is the IWC for the 1%, Marco. Yes, thank you very much.
Right. Man is right.
He's a professional troller now. I like it. Yeah,
Are you going to be able to get the this one in a pre-order with the sound?
Oh, the safe hall already has them, probably.
Yeah, he probably already has it in his cart.
Since I missed the normal size that actually fits my wrist better.
This is probably already sold out.
And it looks like rubber.
Anyway, Marco, thanks for having me on. It's been a great night. Gentlemen.
Have a good night, man. Thanks for
Have a good night, man.
Good night.
Okay. I know Jay's been wanting me to pull up the Antarctique Retropont. So again, another watch that was already existing. I think Ari completely ruined this watch for me. This is the bicycle watch.
It does look like a bicycle, fuck.
It's a bicycle, right? You got the two wheels.
I can't unsee it now.
The two wheels, the head. This is like the
Or
lever.
the upper right looks like an oil drill.
Yeah, you got
Right.
his whole body right here. You got the head right here. It's a bicycle watch.
Ari knows love is love.
Hold on one second.
And I don't love Chapek. That's my rating for it.
You don't like it? But don't you like
I
it?
like the blue dial, but it's too small, the Viking thing. It's too small.
Yeah.
But what's
Time
the
for
other
a
size?
commercial there,
Chapek?
Marco. Commercial time.
Yeah, I will get to it. I will get to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He's asking price. So I think he was asking about the 38.5
I
millimeter.
think so too. Yeah, I
The
think
price
he
was 19,000 euros. So about 21, 22 US.
Yeah, 21,500 US.
Yeah, about that much. So yeah, overall this watch, I think it's not bad. But yeah, completely ruined by Ari, and so because of that, I don't know. It's just
Todd, you can see them at Cellini Jewelers in Manhattan.
True, very true. Actually, I don't know if they have any stock though.
Oh, well, he's an authorized dealer, so if there's anything, it's there. Oh,
Look who it is. We got REG in the chat saying, "Can anyone recommend a good recipe for white toast to go with my white dial?" Zenith. Thank you very much. Thank
Yeah,
you.
lentil soup would be good with that.
peanut butter and jelly. You need a Cuisinart toaster, though.
You guys are nuts. Oh boy. Oh, we got somebody jumping on. Hello, Ari. Hello, Ari. How's it going, man? Oh wait, we can't see him. There he is.
Okay.
Hey there.
Ari. Hey, man.
Hey, man.
And we
How's
got Toyota Mo with the $5 super chat saying, "Mr. GMT commercial break." Alrighty, here we go, guys. Oh, 1 second, I gotta change the banner.
Why the hell would they put Australia on the dial?
Yeah, who cares about that gun?
Come and get it! 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 You won't regret it in 2022 at Tip Top Snack Bar!
Alrighty, and we're back.
Perfect.
Have you seen this avatar they made of you?
Of who? Of
Yeah, that's
Mark-
the one that JJ made. Yeah, the potato head with the
Oh,
Rolex.
Oh,
Totally.
JJ made
Yeah,
that?
JJ's the one.
I
that
don't
made
see.
that.
I don't see a difference. It looks exactly like.
Oh,
I haven't seen a
dude,
difference.
Thank you very
Poor
much.
Marco.
Yeah.
My poor little nephew.
God damn it, you guys suck.
Don't worry, Marco. When they come sucking your ass for a discount, say, fuck you. Potato Head says no.
Good one. Alrighty.
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
Australia? Why that fucked up country?
Yeah, who cares
No,
about Australia?
So
I'm
here's-
Isn't that where all the criminals from England were sent?
Yeah.
Over there?
Oh God.
I don't
Where's
know.
Where's
Saying
GMT? Where's GMT? Yeah.
history? I know, but
Let's-
for
let's not
him,
look
you
at
know,
it.
you got to say the word pee-pee for him to come on.
the reason why was because you got to change up the dial, right? It's like those original world times, right? They started with the Americas. then
Captain Chapek's available. Go online now before they sell out.
Well,
Oh,
he
it's
said the
available online.
38.5, which is
Yeah.
the smaller one, but I don't know. McLovin's been saying they've been available for like every time, and I can't buy it, so I'm
Cheese
blocked.
curds. Todd said
Yeah.
cheese curds. What is he, Canadian now?
Yeah,
Eh?
cheese curds are
Eh?
delicious, dude.
Cheese curds are
on fire.
fantastic.
Alberts, eh?
Dude.
The
if
hell's
you
a
get-
cheese curd?
Oh, cheese.
Yeah,
you
Mo.
tried cheese
You
curds,
don't
Mo?
want to know, brother.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cool.
they're
It's
so
cool.
good.
Eat
Hold
it
on.
and it squeaks. It's got
Eat
no
it so
salt,
good.
no peppery, got nothing. It's a bland cheese. Pull it up, St. Albert.
Wizard, you got it. Yeah, I got to put him backstage for those
Oh,
comments. Hold on a
shit
second.
like that.
We love cheese. Hold on. Poutine is like our national dish here in Quebec. It is amazing. We got Maynard Goff in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. So yeah, these world times were beautiful. I think they're gorgeous. Yeah, there's not much to say about these. Just classic kind of Patek world time watches. These are the kind of quintessential iconic Patek.
But I hate that hour hand, man. I hate that hour hand on the colorful one. I prefer the shield hand on the right side to go there. I don't know why they did that. To see the map, big deal.
Yeah.
That
Actually,
looks
I don't
funky.
disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think
No,
the
I don't. I
Tory
just
hands
seen
are
paid
pretty
attention.
nice. They're still nice.
Yeah.
The only difference is, at least with this one, the 5231G, you'll be able to read the time on it, because the J, you just cannot read it at all. You can't read the time at all. Alrighty, so moving on quickly, because I mean, there's not much to analyze here. It's the same case shape as the 5231, just different dials. I think they're beautiful. Just knockout release by Patek. This was another one that I loved, the 5226. People calling this boring. How is this boring? I think this is beautiful.
Oh, it's very nice.
It reminds me of that long jeans with the 5 stars on there.
You guys are nuts. Yes, Todd, these are definitely for the 1%. No question. Definitely for the 1%.
I really like the dial. I really like
I think this watch is cool. I like it. I like it.
I think this is gorgeous. I want one of these, to be honest with you. I really do like it.
I definitely wouldn't want to purchase one, but I like the watch.
I like the 10.
Yeah, on the
strap,
on like the nubuck strap, I think it looks way better. Way better. But yeah, this is another beautiful watch. I love this. I don't know why people are hating. So I do agree with Juan though. 40K is steep. Like that is really
Yeah.
steep. Oh my god.
This
Like,
in
that
a
is-
steel would have been cool. And a steel would have been really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was steel. It would have make more sense with the texture dial to be steel.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's more like when they chose that color of the strap, like it's an outdoorsy type of like a field watch
Yeah,
feel
definitely.
to it, right? So yeah.
Is that like faux patina going on?
Yes.
I didn't know Patek
The
did that.
Longines is in my price range. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, right?
You know
These
what?
are very expensive.
It's in my price range
Yeah.
too, Longines. So
Yeah,
I hear you.
definitely.
I hear you.
Longines.
Okay. All right. So going to another watch for the 1%. Very quickly, because I mean, there's not much to say, right? I think this is a beautiful release from Patek. A nice. Actually, I think so. One thing I will say about this, in terms of like the Calatrava range, it's nice in the sense that it's different than the typical Calatravas you see from Patek.
Right.
It's like it's more sporty. It's still very elegant, right? You can definitely wear this as a dress watch by modern standards, but it's not very stuffy. You don't have to wear this with a dress shirt or a suit. You can easily pull this off with basically regular attire. So I think it's very nice. Something fresh. All right.
It's a stealth wealth watch, basically. That watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. This was mind blowing in my opinion. I think this was the best watch from Watches and Wonders, to be honest with you.
Define
This Grand Seiko Kodo.
define best in terms of innovation. Is that what your criteria is?
I think it's like very cool looking, and watch wise, it's awesome. So it's a deadbeat tourbillon. I think it's a tourbillon with a remotoire. They call it a constant force. I'm assuming it's a remotoire. I think this is so nice. This is knockout. Beautiful.
Right.
Okay.
But most
Everybody,
people hate this stuff.
Grand Seiko comes out with that, and everybody yawns.
Oh, I was literally about to yawn.
Rolex changes a fucking watch from 41 millimeter, and the world goes nuts.
Everyone loses their mind. It's something to be said for the market. I hear you.
Yeah. The market just doesn't appreciate Grand Seiko for sure. But I think this is a knockout watch. Like this is
It does look cool. It does look cool, Marco. I give you
Cool.
that.
Yeah.
super expensive. Like, I mean, 370,000
Hold up.
euros.
Fike is
No,
going to spend
no,
$400,000.
If I'm
Yeah, this
spending
is
that
the problem,
much,
right?
my watch better not
Nobody's going
say
to
Grand
spend
Seiko on it.
$400,000 US
Right.
dollars.
Hell
on
no.
this watch.
D Reardon just put it 0.01%.
Nope.
I mean, the
Nope.
FP Journe Tourbillon Souverain is like half the price of this, at least half the price at retail. So I don't understand at all. It's like really expensive.
It's a lot of tugs to buy this watch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sorry.
No, you got to cut out the $2 special.
I know.
Hell yeah.
No $2 tuggies.
Okay. Moving on, because to be honest with you, I think it's a gorgeous piece, but I doubt anybody will ever be able to afford this because 400,000 is just outrageous price tag. Like really outrageous. All right.
Could buy a house with that money.
Something interesting I think that was cool was released by Montblanc. I don't know. I just felt like bringing this up. So you get a monopusher chronograph. This is just like a different version of a watch they already make, but they also made a new diver that I think looks really nice. Here, so let's pull it up. Pull it up.
What up, Arch?
This is the first one, the monopusher chrono with kind of that fluted bezel. I think this
Horrible.
is really nice.
Horrible.
Oh boy, here we go. I don't know. I think it's okay. Like Habring made a watch like this, but it was like half the price of what this is going for.
What's the price on this?
I think this is horrible. Oh, we'll get to that. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. And then, where's the diver? Give me the diver. Here we go. What do you think of this diver, Mo?
Yeah,
I think I still prefer, like, Super
Yeah,
Ocean.
it's. I can't make up my mind. It's.
You
I
know
don't
what
like
it
it.
reminds
I don't
me of?
like
It
it.
reminds me of a Breitling Super Ocean, not the Super Ocean Heritage, just the regular Super Ocean. Here, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, nah. I like the
This
Super
right here.
Ocean actually. I really like the Super
This
Ocean.
is what it reminds
but
me of, but this is much nicer in my opinion. So something different. I don't know. I wanted to show people. I thought it was something different and interesting, but nothing great. Nothing great.
No.
All right. Let's move on to a Grail watch. A Grail watch right here. Oh my goodness. God damn. God. This is to me. So we talked about like favorite watch from all the releases. This is it. I want this. I don't care what I gotta do. I have 2 kidneys for sale. Actually, no, I need one to function, but I have one for sale if anybody wants it.
Now, is this watch $370,000?
No, it's nowhere near that price.
Exactly. That's my point. So
Yeah.
this is why.
It's 100. So about 160,000 US.
That's still a lot of money.
No,
Still
it
a lot
is.
of money,
but
but
would
yeah,
you
I
rather get
understand it.
this watch or pay $200,000 more for a fucking Grand Seiko?
Yeah,
Agreed.
You see?
The heritage
DC,
here is
please.
it's entirely different. It's entirely different. Yes.
Yeah.
This thing is
I agree.
gorgeous.
Look at that.
There we go. Big Juan says my favorite tug material right there. Yeah,
That's right.
Oh, that's great.
Actually, I honestly speaking, I think this is the nicest watch that they released. It's so. Oh my god,
Look at that.
I want it. There's nothing else to
Winner.
say. I just
You
want
Winner.
it.
just can't go wrong
Yeah.
with that.
No,
And
you
it's got
can't.
the peripheral
Beautiful.
rotor too. Look at the peripheral rotor. Oh my god, it did just knock this one out of the park. Oh my god.
Look at that.
God
I
damn.
can't look. It's too pretty.
I'll be back. I gotta go put on my VCB. I'll be back. Love this fucking VC, man. Love him. Love him.
God damn. Okay, next. A Lange and Zone. Another great watch. This is a minute repeater. This is a crazy watch. There's a ton of innovation in this that I know nothing about because I haven't read up on it yet. But I heard this is one of the better releases of the year innovation-wise because they apparently did something with the minute repeater that is really good. I think this is a gorgeous watch. Gorgeous. And oh my God, just look at this movement.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Lange does it again, man. Lange does it again.
The Germans know what they're doing.
Yeah. This is beautiful. Okay. I mean, again, just another watch. Probably none of us will be able to afford. I mean, these are just crazy. This is the problem, right? These watch brands are getting like even more obscene price-wise. It's coming to a point like a regular person just can't afford this stuff anymore. Just never will be able to.
Either this or you want to pay more money for a Grand Seiko. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this thing. Look at this thing.
There you go.
Look
Man,
at this
that's
thing,
so nice.
right?
That is
Easy
really
does it right.
And we could still see that blue
yeah,
dial.
okay, it's priced a little high. All right, I'll give him that. But still, this watch is
beautiful.
not. I mean, let's say if this was a skeleton, right? They're not going to ask $360,000 for this fucking watch. Come on.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
Got my
Yeah,
I got my evil light on right now. Where's Batman?
The Lange is beautiful, but I still prefer the VC any day of the week. Sorry, boys. Okay. Oh, actually, no, I can't pull this up. Everybody cover their eyes. It's Zenith. We got to wait until JJ is going to be reviewing these. Sorry, guys. Ari's going to do a full breakdown on all the new Zenith releases on his channel, probably tomorrow, right?
Okay. This is a dial. There's numbers. Yeah. It'll be an
All right.
exciting review.
Okay, quickly because we only got a few more, and I do want to try to keep this under 2 hours. we got this, which I thought was another beautiful release. This is by Laurent Ferrier. Oh
I
my
actually
God.
like that.
Yeah, I think this is such a classic and beautiful watch. And the price is like fair for an independent watch brand. I mean, you're getting a lot of quality, right? So the movement is, what you would expect. Although the only thing that I will say, so this escapement is just a Swiss leather escapement. And what he's most known for is the Traveler, which has a natural escapement, which are the double impulsing escapements made by Breguet, in the 16 or 1700s. So it's kind of a cheaper, I guess not cheaper, but not as prestigious movement. 31,000 Swiss francs,
Ooh.
expensive, but still good. I think it's still fairly priced.
I was waiting for you to say around like 15 or 20.
Ooh, 15, 20, no way.
No.
But yeah, I
It's
still think
nice.
it's, what do you think, Cap? Cap, I know you like Laurent Ferrier,
Yeah,
right?
I do. That's
You
gorgeous.
get them so much at the
Very
New York
beautiful,
Watch
beautiful.
Booth, you just
Well,
pass
it is.
by them.
What was the price that you said on this?
31,000 Swiss francs.
That's not too bad for Laurent
It's not
Ferrier.
outrageous, right?
They're
It's
usually
like about-
40,000 and up with the Galet, right? The
Yeah.
Galet.
It's not outrageous. That's the point, right? So they use this movement, which isn't, I guess, as prestigious as their
Mhm.
typical movements,
Right.
because it's easier to manufacture and the tolerances aren't so tight. And so because of that, they can, they can make it, a little bit cheaper for the average collector.
Right.
I like the handset and the dial on this. It's really, really nice.
It's
Is
a
this
pretty
a
watch.
So
white
elegant,
gold,
man.
Marco? White gold?
Laurent Ferrier, underrated.
I'm not sure. It might be steel, actually, because I know he uses steel quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, it's manual wine, 80-hour power reserve, which is great.
Nice. Yeah.
It's actually, it's titanium. It's actually titanium.
Titanium.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
interesting,
did look a little
interesting.
dark.
Yeah. Overall, pretty nice.
I like it.
Todd says the
Very
Laurent
cool.
can do no wrong. Super nice quality, a little boring, but still pure class.
I don't
Yep.
think that's boring. I really
Yeah,
like
I don't
that.
think it's boring either. I like it.
It's meant to be kind of more elegant.
Elegant.
Right.
That's the
Right.
Yeah,
word.
it's more elegant for sure.
Definitely a chronometro blue. It's taking
Right.
on that type of look.
I gotta
Turtleneck
be
is
honest
perfect.
though, the titanium is nice, but 31,000, I don't know. I'd like precious metal.
Fair enough. Turtleneck kind of put it perfectly. He said it's the 56, the Vacheron 56 of Laurent Ferrier. Yeah,
Right.
that's a good way of putting it for sure.
The gateway.
Yeah, it's kind of your gateway into the brand, 100%.
They needed it.
Okay, what else? There was a new Lange one that Lange released, but nothing like crazy about it. They just made it like a thinner case, new dial and case metal. So nothing like crazy. So I don't know if it's necessarily worth pull it up. I'd prefer to bring these up, which I think are knockout watches, the new Navitimers. What do we gentlemen think?
I love
Oh,
where
yeah.
they put the date.
Oh, it's great. Especially this blue dial one. The blue dial is my favorite by far. I think this looks amazing. This is such a nice refresh for the Navitimer. And they skeletonized the rotor. I don't know if I can find a picture of it, which I think also looks nice. This one is nice too, this Panda dial. It's also not as busy. It doesn't look as busy as your typical Navitimers too. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Which one we're looking at, the 43 or the smaller one?
They all come out. So there's a 41, 43, and 46. I think they all have
Yeah.
these dial colors, right?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain, but
There's
I
a
might
nice blue, yeah.
Wiz,
Yeah.
Wiz, what do you think? This is your brand. What do you think?
I love it. I'm actually looking to get a great discount on the 47 millimeter one.
Nice.
I knew
Yes.
you was going to go for the big one, Wizard.
Gotta be the big one, man.
Yeah, no, it's nice. And it's got the B01 in there, so it's a good movement too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People, I don't understand why people shit on the movement. I said this before. Like it's the same movement as Tudor. Tudor in their Black Bay Chrono uses the same movement, and yet nobody shits on that one, but everyone shits on the B01 movement. I don't get it at all.
I mean, it's a column wheel chronograph. What's there to really talk
Yes,
about?
there's nothing. It's you know what I mean. It's good, solid workhorse type movement for sure. Big Juan said, "Tried them on. 41 millimeter fits very nice.
We have
Ooh,
41, 43, and 47.
Different
I like the
dial
43
colors for
because
each
of that.
size." Okay, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I want the middle one, black with white subdials.
Yeah, I like that one too, Wizard. But I think the smaller one, the slide rule is a little bit too small. I like the 43. It's
Okay.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Like them. Very cool.
Ooh.
Very cool. Yep.
I could see myself buying one of these. I really could.
Oh, Mike David. So Mike David looked up the Grand Seiko Kodo, saying other than platinum, he doesn't know how they got the ridiculous price. So it's a new movement as far as I know. So it's a tourbillon with a remotoir. So you're paying for the innovation, the R&D to actually make that movement. Once they release another one with the same movement, it'll probably be, a lot cheaper in the future. But yeah, those are kind of a wrap up of all the releases. We kind of pretty much went through the majority of stuff. I mean, we might have missed, some stuff here and there, but overall, what did we think of the new watches? What did we think of Watches and Wonders? Do we think there were a lot of good releases? Was it underwhelming?
I didn't run out to my AD requesting for a watch. So whatever.
Comme ci, comme ça.
It's an evolution.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a tick, sometimes there's a talk, and so this was
This was
just a tick.
Yeah.
just a fart.
It was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was cool.
Cap, what do you think?
I think that a lot of, if you had to rank them, I think VC did a lot. I'm intrigued by the Laurent Ferriers, the Independents. Like, you got to dig in a little bit to find.
But nobody blew away AP so far.
I
AP,
agree. I think
right,
nobody has
right.
been the AP 50th anniversary.
No, they
Royal
have not.
releases.
I would say this makes Omega, and I know everybody has their views on that release, but they did a lot. Like in terms of what they released,
they really were solid.
and so it might elevate that release because of maybe this one wasn't as dramatic. Rolex didn't do a lot, and they're the kind of focus of the release. It's kind of, as Rolex goes, so does Watches and Wonders in a way. So if that was like underwhelming to folks, then everyone feels a little bit let down. But I think there's some really solid releases when you dig in, and you showed a ton of nice pieces.
Turtle Knight said the Moon Swatch was more exciting.
Oh, come on.
Thanks a lot for hanging out with us.
Maybe this was a letdown from the Moon Swatch hype. Everyone was so emotional and like,
I knew
what
Rolex
it is,
was
right?
beat up over that.
To be honest with you, I think I was sorry, George. You didn't get a chance. What did
That's okay.
you think of the releases?
I think Breitling was pretty good. They knocked it out of the park. Besides that, it was just, I don't know. It was just everybody just being meh. That's what I really felt about it.
Yeah, I think
Now, do you think they're going to end up releasing more watches down the line in a few months?
yeah. So
I think Tudor is.
there's an event, and if I'm not mistaken, the next 2 weeks there's a huge event. I forget what it's called. Really should know this, but somebody was telling me this the other day. Like in 2 weeks from now, a ton of brands are going to be releasing. So Rolex is actually attending. So is Tudor. So we might have like new watches from them at that event too. I don't know 100%, but we'll find out, I guess.
I don't know about the Air-King. I really think I don't know, a lot of people's been hating on it. I think the Air-King, for the entry level professional watch, it's doing its job. I liked it. It was solid. The only thing I didn't like was going from the classic case to the professional case. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I just wish they kept the like the Yacht-Master case kind of looking.
Look at this. Turtle Knight says Omega's next year release will be a left-hand drive caliber 123. Yeah, so Maynard kind of hits. By the way, I think we glossed over. I totally forgot to mention this root beer from Tudor, which I thought was an amazing release. This is really nice. Overall.
I like that better than the Pro, honestly.
Yeah, I think this is nice, and it's well priced too, around that $7,000 price range. I think is good.
They had a chance to make this look really good, but they put yellow gold.
Yep.
They should have chose a pink gold or a rose gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
The yellow gold just throws it all off.
Yeah. But overall, so I'm with Maynard, right? He said generally, the most amazing watches are not affordable by mere mortals.
Right.
I tend to agree, right?
Yeah.
I thought we saw some really nice releases from Patek, 100%. I think we saw some nice releases from VC, although I was disappointed by VC because so they came out with the nice traditional open-faced, right? That was beautiful, but they didn't really do anything else with their dress watches, right? Like the other stuff they came out with, was like,
But they released a few watches earlier, a few months ago. If you
so
remember.
there was the 2 triple calendars, right?
Right, right.
The 2 triple.
And I think that's what they might be doing, is just kind of releasing a couple watches here and there.
Maybe
So-
a little at a time, right? That's definitely an option.
instead of one big show. So
I think Rolex. I mean, I have to wait and see them in person, but I was kind of disappointed.
I give Rolex like a C minus.
Yeah,
lazy.
like barely passed.
Yeah,
C
I'll
minus.
give you that.
Yeah,
And that's
I
just
would
because
say
I love them. You know what I mean? But if I hated Rolex, I would have gave them a F.
we got Mr. GMT in the chat house. How's it going?
Hey, boys.
Hey, how are you?
What's going on, boys? I hear a lot of fucking people are on drugs around here.
Not
You
at
know
all.
why? I'm
Not at
hearing
all.
a lot of
Mhm.
convict talking.
Oh, yeah.
Australia sucks. Shouldn't be on the fucking map.
Ah.
What the fuck is all this shit, man?
GMT, I'm sure Australia blows as well.
It blows, man. It blows big time. Don't worry about that. I'll do a lot of blowing myself. But if you saw the
What
point what
else?
I do and what's going on, the thing is, you think this fucking root beer is nice? Were you
It's not
smoking
that
pot
bad.
before you came onto this fucking show or what?
No, it's not that bad. Come on.
Not that bad. Come on, Mr. GMT.
Oh, man. I
pretty
reckon my turd looks better than that.
Right.
Oh, stop it. No, it was a nice release. It was honestly a nice release.
I
It
don't
wasn't
like it. I reckon it looks so fucking cheap. This is what's wrong with it. It looks so fucking cheap. It looks one of those fashion watches. That's what it fucking looks like. But anyway, there's more of this ranting going on my show later on this morning when you guys wake up, and I'm going to go through all of it, and I'm going to rip it all on your fucking asshole because I think it all looks like fucking shit.
Fair enough.
There you have it.
Check out my channel.
Could you
gotta
really
be
speak
honest,
your
right?
mind?
Yeah, my
I will-
fucking
I will
channel,
talk
boys.
about that. I'm just. What's the name of your channel again? God damn it! What
It's
is
called
it?
Mr. GMT. That's it.
Mr.
Yeah,
GMT,
Mr.
that's it.
GMT, right? There we go. Okay, perfect. I will drop the link before the end of the show for sure. There you go. Actually,
Thank you,
drop
brother.
it
But I thought I'll just quickly come on and, just give you my opinion.
There you go. Yeah, so overall, I think Tudor had some nice stuff. Rolex, I was pretty disappointed by. VC, same thing. They had some nice gems, but nothing that normal people will be able to get anyways, right? The 222 is going to be super limited and it's ultra expensive. The overseas tour, same thing. You know what I mean? Ultra exclusive, super expensive. Who else? Breitling had some nice releases, I think. Cartier had some decent releases. We didn't really go over Cartier very
Yeah,
much,
we
but
didn't.
they had some new Santos, Dumonts, and stuff like that. The new Crash is okay. Nothing, nothing revolutionary or special. Overall, I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest with you. I wanted something.
Patek was the winner of Watches and Wonders.
Yeah, no question, by far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So that's kind of the wrap up, guys. That's the wrap up for tonight. Just before the hour and a half mark, I'm going to wrap this show up. I'll drop the link to the StreamYard if anybody wants to join the after show. And I'll also drop the link to Mr. GMT show, guys. Please be sure to check it out. It's going to be
An awesome show.
today at 8 a.m. tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, looking forward to that, guys. And thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you upvote. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And of course, most importantly, you got to wear your watches. This is what it's all about, guys.